What's up, guys? Nolan here. There is, in fact, a zombie outbreak on Labs right now. Labs is free. The Halloween event has started. There are some zombies out there. There are some infected out there. It's probably going to spread. There's a new area on Labs for the tasks connected to this event. And we also got the TarkovTV, which is the rare development stream where you get the from BSG. They show and tell everything that they're working on for Escape from Tarkov, where we got arena updates, AA12 specifics, hideout customization, prestige mode, wipes, and RPGs are coming to the game, all detailed in this video. There's a lot to talk about, but first we have to thank today's sponsor, the most comprehensive and my personal favorite vehicle combat game, War Thunder. It's also the most successful now, available for free on PC, consoles, and mobile devices. You can catch me on stream or in Discord playing some realistic ground games all the time, usually as either the US, Germany, or Russia. That's just 3 of 10 nations, accruing over 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships from the 1920s to the jets and main battle tanks of today. War Thunder now has an all-new mobile version available on iOS and Android, allowing you to take the battlefield wherever you go. The mobile version features intuitive controls, impressive graphics, and the familiar massive multiplayer warfare in dynamic ground and sea battles with air support. Immerse yourself in the intense combat of War Thunder, where incredibly detailed vehicles, realistic graphics, and authentic sound effects place you right at the helm of the most powerful war machines of our time. Arcade is for the fast-paced games with buffed-up vehicle performance and simplified physics. Simulator mode ditches all the guardrails for the ultimate challenge, while realistic mode is the perfect middle ground with a great balance between ease of access, realism, and fun. This is where I play the most. You don't need joysticks either. Drive any tank and fly any aircraft with nothing but your mouse and keyboard or controller, even in simulator mode. Join a worldwide community of over 70 million players in epic PvP battles today and delve into the breathtaking experience. Play War Thunder now for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, or mobile devices using my links below. New PC players and console players, including those who haven't played for 6 months, will also receive a massive bonus pack that includes multiple premium vehicles, the exclusive vehicle decorator Eagle of Valor, 100,000 Silver Lions, and 7 days of premium account, available for a limited time only, so don't miss out. Like I said, the Halloween event is officially live. We are just now getting into the game and figuring out, but this will be a long process. To stay up to date, be sure to follow me on Twitter or join the Discord. I'll show what I can in the background, but we'll post more later when I have more. For now, the AA12 seems to be unlocked through this quest with Skier. We haven't seen any mention of it anywhere, and there is this Skier task that's completely separate from the Halloween event, that's having you go to a separate location, talks about gun cases, probably the AA12. When we learn more there, I'll make sure to post about it. Now, in terms of the Halloween event, it is really cool. Labs is free for this Halloween event, and there are indeed zombies down there. You can get bit and infected, so watch out there. They are the fast kind, and some of them even have pistols, so keep your eyes up, not only for other players, but for these infected. When the event started, Labs was 50% infected, and now it is 100%. So if I had to go ahead and guess, this will spread to other maps, and we'll have these guys everywhere by the end of the weekend at least. We'll have to see what else pops up in terms of enemies and events, and also, of course, the task line. The zombie task with Jaeger starts the task line for the Halloween event. The room that you're looking for is near blue on Labs, of course, and you'll need to turn the power on in order to get in. Very simple, very small little expansion to Labs that we've gotten here. I'm wondering if it's going to stay available past this Halloween event, but maybe not. There's some pretty good loot in there. I also found this key near this RPG, or at least what I think looks like an RPG or some kind of tank round or something, some kind of Sabo. If you guys know what that is, let me know. Again, I did find this Labs key card here, this new Labs key card, which will open a side room where I found some valuables on the bed and stretched around there, and a bit of Chronicles of Rizzy lore / Easter egg in there too, for those of you guys that are fans and or Sons of Soon there. The next task is called Dirty Blood, where you will need to hand over a blood sample of the infected. I haven't gone that far myself, so I haven't actually found it yet, but if I had to guess, it's one of those beakers or something that's in that new room. Again, turn the power on, do a bit of searching, you're going to find it, along with, again, some great loot in there, especially medical labs loot. No LEDXs or anything yet that I've at least found, but lots of stims, especially the ones that you might need for some tasks, and as well as some things that become uninfected or help yourself not become infected, possibly with the TG12s and things like that. We'll have to wait and see if that actually works. I didn't happen to be infected and find a TG12 myself, so we'll have to, again, we'll see. If you guys can test that for me, let me know over on Twitter or in the comments. And once I find out more, like I said, I will also post on Twitter, and I'll put what I can in the comments here too. Expect an update tomorrow. If you want to see more progress on that task line as well, I'm sure everybody is streaming it right now, and I will after this video is live as well. I'll also be live tomorrow to give away 1, maybe 2 unheard editions to a random Twitch sub in the chat, so don't miss your chance there. Come by the stream tomorrow. I'll make sure to do an update tomorrow I'll put it in a video tomorrow. Come by my Twitch stream tomorrow to get your chance at earning a Unheard edition. I will be giving away one, possibly two. The zombies can be wonky, but for sure, don't take them for granted. I wouldn't put it past BSG to increase the difficulty as the weekend goes on. We'll have to see if we get any infected bosses out there once the infection spreads to other maps, to maps that even have bosses. Labs does have infected PMCs, so those could be raiders. Maybe if it affects the mobs that are going to be, or the scabs that are going to be on these locations when the infection actually spreads. It would be absolutely insane to see some infected bosses out there. That would be really cool. Reminder again, though, Labs is free and the new area has great loot, so go check it out whether you're doing the task or not while you can. Now for TarkovTV, let's get started. The solid stuff that we got is from the information around the New Year's patch, which is going to be patch 16 as showed on the roadmap. Shown on the roadmap. We got some details as to what that, quote, high-end content might actually be. When it comes to Unity 22, they did say that it absolutely will be in the New Year's patch and that it was a very difficult thing to implement that they really want to have polished before releasing it. It's had 2 different waves now through the ETS over the past 6+ months, so hopefully they nailed it. Nikita did say, quote, when you see it, you'll understand why it took so long, end quote there. In terms of new Pew, we got to see the AA-12 for the first time, and Nikita said it will be full auto. There's a couple different versions coming with it, and it will have access to drum mags. I don't know if this means that they'll make the other full auto capable shotguns full auto as well. We'll have to wait and see. Some 100 round drum mags for the 5.56 Stanag capable weapons are coming, as well as the Uzi. We're getting the 100 round mag thanks to probably Batty's post over there on Twitter several months ago about, hey, there is a drum mag for the Uzi. Looks like we're getting a drum mag for the Uzi. We'll have to see if it ends up working with the Pro, because that's going to be pretty nasty. They remodeled the MPX. We're going to be getting that next patch. They added a new 338 Lapua rifle, the Seiko TRG. I actually misspoke there. They're going to be adding. That's going to be coming in the next patch. So we got another 338 Lapua rifle coming. Then, last but most certainly not least, in terms of Pew, we got a pretty big Pew here. We got the RPG. The RPG 26 is coming with the New Year's patch. It's going to have some different rounds. This will be used to disable and or eliminate the BTR, as well as clear out stickler PMCs in sneaky spots, but of course will be rare and very expensive. It's also one-time use in case you're not familiar with RPG 26s here. The RPG 27 is the more notorious one. That's the one you see people reloading. That apparently is no longer coming to the game for balance reasons. They are going to be sticking with the 26s, possibly the 30s, or maybe the thermobaric ones. I forget the name for that one. If you guys remember the name of those thermobaric ones, I think it starts with a T. I forget. I made a video talking about the possibilities of this stuff before. It's out there somewhere. Seems like for balance reasons they're sticking with these one-time use ones, which makes sense. They're adding the prestige mode to the game next patch, where you will get bonus rewards for resetting your account after you've completed everything. They actually weren't super clear on what that means exactly. It could just be a level requirement or it's Kappa. I am not sure. And there will be 10 prestiges in total. Again, coming next patch, which they didn't actually confirm it's going to be a wipe or not. I'm going to go ahead and continue to assume that it's a wipe, but if there was one they were going to delay into next year, maybe it would be this one. They called it the New Year's patch several times, and Nikita did call it the New Year's patch several times. This is definitely a significant amount of content, especially if we get Unity 22, so it would warrant a wipe. The economy needs it. Probably going to be a wipe. I'm just going to go ahead and continue to assume that's going to be a wipe. Just try and keep in the back of your mind, hey, maybe it gets delayed a little bit, especially since they've had the issues that they've had with that tech. So maybe New Year's might have, you know, a bit of a wide berth there. Maybe we get a couple of extra weeks that are going to be included in that. Maybe it stretches into January a little bit. We'll have to wait and see. There will be a full customs rework as well as expansion next patch. They showed off the new buildings and some of the interiors during the live stream. Some were pretty solid. We're going to have some new places to hide from the goons around Fortress and Elbow now. They said that they took the same approach as they did with the new factory. Should be cool. Been a while since they touched that place up. They're adding more exits to lots of locations. We'll have to wait and see what exactly that is, because that's all Nikita said. They're adding more exits to lots of locations. We will be able to customize our hideout. Also very brief there. They didn't show or say anything more than that, so we'll have to again wait and see what specifics are for that. Hopefully it's the stuff around the looks and sounds around the entire hideout, not like just your bunk. But we'll see. No mention of the hideout cat while we are on that subject. They're adding winter camo as well as gear, so we can blend in a bit better once the snow shows up, which again will be for that New Year's event, because that's when they do that. We got to look at that, so that's going to be up on screen. They're going to add the ability to continuously heal all body parts, you know, a lot like the competition that's out there right now. So finally, we're going to be able to just click a button and we will continue to heal ourselves as long as we have the HP for those med kits that we have on us. They're going to add more detailed after raid stats. We'll have to wait and see what that shows, as Nikita added that quote, "That will be big," end quote. If you have some ideas as to what that would be to make it, quote, big, please let me know. I don't think that includes the after raid map, but if it does, that would make sense to be, quote, big. Well, again, I don't know what other stats that they would add to the game that would, you know, warrant that. Maybe, I don't think he's talking about kill cam. I feel like he would have said kill cam if that was it. This doesn't read kill cam at all. It just says stats. But, you know, whoop-de-doo, why would that be big? So help me out there if you guys have some ideas. Weapon mastering will be rebalanced, I assume, because of Arena, as you can master weapons easily in one sitting over there. I've done it for pretty much every gun in the game. But then again, it's not that huge of a bonus to master a weapon, unless they add more bonuses, which that would be cool. We'll have to see what that does. That's coming next patch. They're doing another quest and loot rework. My best guess is they are adjusting everything to the new norm of economy with the new fleet access. I am guessing they will nerf the loot pretty heavily, and I know for a fact they will slow down progression because Nikita said as much during my Q&A with him in September. We'll just have to see to what extent. We will be able to use the tripwires to booby trap bodies and containers in the next patch, so that'll be terrifying. They said there will be ways for you to look and actually see them, pretty noticeable as long as you just look. So we're going to need to stop being on autopilot whenever we go to our favorite container or our favorite, you know, dead scav or somebody that we just killed, and look around a little bit. They are reworking recoil again and showed some footage of that. People really started to complain about it. Nikita started to hit back, and then they had USEX rush the room, and they then played the live action tease for the zombies event. The stream ended immediately after that tease. Something tells me BSG are done listening to complaints, or at least, you know, clapping back at complaints there, and are just going to ship with what they can at this point. That was a very bad way of ending the stream, but given they don't have much to show, it made sense. It was going to go all downhill from there, even though the Halloween event is really cool. Gonna be some cool stuff going on in game. Now, they did show a bunch of Arena stuff. Arena is getting a new map, Fort. I played it at TwitchCon. It's a cool map. I like it. We're also getting a new game mode, which thankfully is another respawn mode other than free-for-all, aka Last Hero. It's looking to play essentially exactly like Domination in Call of Duty, which is going to be a lot of fun. Very glad that they added that so that we don't have to do Last Hero anymore if we want the games to just go a bit quicker. They're going to add a tiny grenade and a smoke grenade in Arena in order to nerf the effectiveness of grenades in the mode and give some options for concealment. This tiny grenade, the V40, is pretty hilarious. It's like the size of a golf ball. In fact, they call it the golf ball grenade. So I'm pretty sure you'll have to bean somebody in the head in order to actually kill them. Otherwise, you'll probably, mess them up a little bit if it gets generally close. You also get a little MVP animation for when you actually achieve the MVP within the game. Shout out to War Thunder for sponsoring today's video. Again, make sure to check it out for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, or mobile devices. Use my links below or in the top comment, where PC and console players who are new or haven't played for 6 months will also receive a massive bonus pack, including multiple premium vehicles, in-game currency, and more. And like I said, that's all we got. Got some cool stuff there. Bit of a mic drop with the Halloween event, but that's all for now. I'm going to be getting back into the game and figure out what we can about this new event. Would really appreciate any support I can get on this video. Whether you like, share, or sub, I need the help right now, so much love to those that you do. While on that subject, thank you to everybody over on Patreon, the channel members here on YouTube, whether it's on this main channel, my second channel that covers Broken Arrow or Ashes of Creation, or my other channel that covers Star Citizen, which is going to get pretty spicy here soon. You can check those out here for more. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. Have fun with the Halloween event. Good luck getting that AA-12. Let me know if you find one. And I hope you have a nice day. See you guys.